Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea, you know that, I know that. I'm just a lady with a bulldog camera and too many opinions. And most likely by now you've already seen my video that I did about disaster relief, hurricane relief scams. In that video, I did discuss a, in my opinion, pretty problematic multi-level marketing girl boss influencer named Marni Stockhausen. Now I've done a full deep dive video on her. She has had instances where she has done dubious, sketchy donation fundraising type of things where the numbers just really don't add up and it's not as transparent or maybe official as it should be. It's just a little bit sketchy. But I did want to do a longer video or a separate video about her in general when it comes to her shenanigans with her fundraising and obviously more recently with Hurricane Helene and how it has just completely devastated and leveled Asheville. So I wanted to discuss that too and the dichotomy of it all and just start the conversation of, hey, is this gal being subject to a little like too much from trolls in certain places, or is it a mix of those certain people being really, really loud and then also her actually getting valid feedback and criticism? Because a lot of the times it's a mix of that. And unfortunately, sometimes when some people on the interwebs do take it a little bit too far, even if someone is pretty heavily disliked and in the wrong and being unethical and not doing things the way they should be, or maybe doing sketchy things at all, those other people's actions, when it's like, hey, all right, I'm not on her side, you guys, but like, let's chill for a second, okay? And another reason why I did want to make a separate video about her in this situation is because I think I can lend a not different perspective, but a little bit of a more unique perspective since I do have a lot in common with her in this situation. So I am a content creator, I am a full-time influencer. My area as well has been completely devastated by not one, but two back-to-back hurricanes. So I also, funnily enough, was inspired by her to do an Amazon gift registry because I was like, how can I use my platform like to help with this? Like I need to do something. I was helping to share, certain links and stuff and people in my area that were sharing, how they were helping and, little fundraisers or donation things that they were doing. And those people weren't even influencers. They were just people, right? And so I was thinking, well, wow, with my, reach, not only my own audience, but then the amazing network of influencers that I have. I mean, my colleagues are awesome. They are absolutely amazing. Shout out to all of these people who shared my reels or the Amazon registry link that I shared because I really do appreciate that. Just to name off a few, there's Robert and James Welsh, I believe. I'm trying to think of all the people I reached out to. Peter Mon, Do We Know Them, Jesse and Lily, Sherilyn, my podcast co-host with Here for the Clout. Literally so many people. Repzilla as well. I had DM'd him and he was super sweet about it too. So many freaking people and I appreciate it so much. And we have been able to fill up like an entire section of my husband's office and the warehouse as well. So again, before I get into this craziness, I do just want to say thank you so much for that. And I really do appreciate you guys. I know some people were confused. They're like, wait, so you're like passing it off to your husband? And it's like, no, girl, I didn't realize. I did not realize how much I was going to get, which is amazing, but holy crap, was that overwhelming. I know I shared it a few times, but my UPS storefront, like where my PO box is, they're awesome. They're super sweet. I was actually in Atlanta and the girls there, Carissa, I love you so much, Carissa. Thank you for all your help. She had texted me and she was like, girl, I need you to come today. Like, look at our mailroom, because they had just it was like 2 days after a bunch of like bigger influencers had shared the link. And so with Amazon Prime, right? I mean, almost everyone has Amazon Prime, right? A bunch of stuff was shipped super fast and it was crazy. It was amazing. And I appreciate you guys so much. But she sent me that picture. And so I had to get my husband to go, because I was in Atlanta, had to get him to go. He had all the seats down and he pulled up and he's like, oh, this is not gonna fit. So he had to go back to work and get a utility van and two of his coworkers to help him. So we also filled up our garage a whole nother time. So we've done like 4 or 5 like big like hauls of stuff like from there back to our house and then taking it all to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Community Outreach Office, which they're the ones who do all of they've done, I believe, 2 or 3, I think they're doing a third now, events where they like pop up in like a public park and obviously, you know, put all this information out so people will come, but they're handing out all of these boxes. They're organizing it. They're putting it in a lot of other stuff that they got, as well as donations and free food and all that. So we were able to help. They were able to help me, thank God. So I was so overwhelmed. I was like, holy shit. Like I didn't realize how much I was going to get. So again, I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. One thing that I really took from seeing the outrage of this person, of Marni Stockhausen, was not making it an Amazon affiliate list, which I don't really know why you would do that anyways without disclosing it. First and foremost, Marni is someone who does not disclose her links like ever, which is pretty crazy to me. So some people will argue and say, oh, well, on her Amazon like storefront, it says that they are commissionable links. I understand that. And it's kind of also like with the like to know it or the reward style, whichever you want to call it, but the like to know it storefront, and it says commissionable links or something like that. It says that either on the page or on the post or something, right? And okay, that's great. But realistically, you should put it like before they even get to that page, they should know as well that, I mean, I just assume everything's an affiliate links, but I am an influencer, so it's like, okay. But especially with something like this, with something that is being posed as altruistic, I think that that's extremely important to be completely transparent with. So for instance, I had previously put a little fund or something. I took it off because I was like, I got this. I'm fine. I don't need to like ask for like money for bins and stuff or like shovels or anything like that. So I put on there that I had, I think it was like a Lowe's thing. I can't remember how I set it up on Amazon, but it was like a gift card thing or gift card funds. And then that way, if people wanted to, put money into there, then I would be able to go get more like utility type things to help with cleanups and stuff. But instead, what I did is I just put Lowe's gift cards, and then we put Amazon gift cards as well, so that we could like put those in a few of like the little bags and boxes too, because we thought that'd be helpful for people. Or if there were like certain sizes of like diapers and stuff, that 1, 2, 5, and 7, like, okay, well, let's get, 4 and 6 now too. So we like have a lot of different sizing. So that's something too. But then also using those, gift cards, because they were like $50 gift cards, which was crazy. But we went and rented like a van one day, and then also a flatbed trailer, and helped clean up debris, because it's been ridiculous with like the debris and in Tampa. It's crazy. Like there are some people that like there are streets you still can't go down, and it's real rough, and it's just taking a long time, which is understandable, but still. So just being transparent about things like that, especially when people are giving over their money and they think that it's going towards one thing or anything having to do with anything altruistic. Like you need to be very transparent with that. And hey, do I think that it wouldn't have been as bad if she would have disclosed, hey, these are affiliate links. I'm going to make money off of this. And, hey, I do, need money for gas, or to like put these in like big bins or, something like that. Or fine, I don't really think that would have been that bad. But also, since she is someone who has been deceptive before in regards to making money online, I think that that is very gross and needs to be addressed. And then there's also false information. So there was so much false information being shared on TikTok and everywhere, a lot on TikTok though, and Facebook. The AI on Facebook be getting the boomers. And guess what? Apparently Marni Stockhausen is a boomer, because she shared this photo on, I believe it was Facebook, it might have been Instagram or something like that. And this is, I say clearly, but a lot of people don't know. So this is AI. I don't know if y'all know this, but there are apps and websites and stuff that you can use to detect if something is AI. Or if you have the Google Lens plugin on your web browser, I do. I love it. I use it all the time. If someone's wearing an outfit I like, use that, girlfriend. You can even use it on your phone too. Take a screenshot and then just go into the Google search app and then just do Google Lens and add the picture. And a lot of times you'll be able to see if it is something that has been posted as AI, because typically if it's a news outlet or someone big posting it, it'll be talked about everywhere, multiple different places on the internet, and people will be able to show that it is AI. Okay, so here we have the picture, the original picture that she had shared, and someone had posted on Reddit and was like, someone get your grandma, she's posting AI pictures again on Facebook, which I thought that was really funny. If y'all have never watched the AI Facebook videos on I think it's Danny Gonzalez has done one. And then I think Drew Gooden, pretty sure Curtis Connor has done one too, but Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez have done really, really funny ones. They're hilarious. You should definitely go watch them. If I remember, I'll have them linked down below. I probably will forget though. And then one of you, by one, I mean 20, are going to comment and be like, Chelsea, you forgot again. I'm going to forget to link this lipstick too. So it is Amazonian. Yeah, the shade Amazonian by Maybelline. And if I did link it, it would be an affiliate link. Or if it was on the bottom bar, it would be affiliate links too. Okay, so this is the picture. And then I actually just reverse image searched it, which is what that's called through Google. And one of the first things that popped up was a Facebook page, which I instantly followed because I love this, called AI Spotting. And it says these images supposedly from Hurricane Helene are AI generated. This is how you can flag a post being AI. So it kind of like, it goes through, and I mean, think about it, that's spreading false news, that's fake, right? I mean, so this actual post shows you like how to flag that. And you know what? If I remember, Ethan knows I probably won't, but if I remember, I will put that to reporting that in the description box below too, because that's really important. It basically just shows like the normal stuff. I mean, yeah, if you look at it from like far away, like not even far away, or just for a second, like, wow, that looks real. Like technically that is good AI, right? But here I'm literally pointing at the screen, like you can see this guy in the purple, like what's he sitting on? Is he like, what's going on here? Where's the bottom of his body? Is he half deer? Do we got a Siamese twin situation happening with this deer? Why is the deer like smushed up against that? This guy's entire arm morphs into the deer. Floating power lines up at the top are not attached to anything. Anyway, so those are just little examples. AI is not good at hands, which is actually really entertaining and funny because like hands are actually really hard to draw, hands and feet. I just think that's hilarious. So not only posting stuff like that, gross, obviously, but hey, okay, if she like didn't really know, all right, she got fooled too, but still it's like, girl, like, don't be dumb. This is your job. How are you on the internet constantly and you didn't know that? And then also she posted on Facebook too. She said, I hate to even say this, but there is a need for body bags. I don't know if anyone has a Connect. She always asks like, is there a Connect? Is that like the vernacular? Do I just not know? I hate that. Or any way to get these? Pretty sure they got it covered, girl. I'm pretty sure they don't need you to put body bags on your Amazon storefront. So someone commented and said, because this is from Reddit, but they said she removed this post, wonder if that's one of the many reasons she is getting hate messages. Which, listen, a lot of people don't like this girl. I don't doubt that she does. I say girl, this woman. I'm sure she probably does get a lot of hate every day. There are a lot of people that don't like her, especially since she's been on the internet for so long as a public figure and in multiple level marketing companies, and then also said quite distasteful, racist things and slurs and stuff like that, which obviously that's not good. There are definitely times where people will be like, I'm being harassed or I'm being stalked or I'm getting death threats. And it's like, not everyone is getting death threats. That's not happening. Not saying that other people don't, calm down, but there are a lot of times when people are like, I'm being harassed now because of this. And it's like, no, you're not, calm down. Or it's because they get like one message and it's like, ma'am, close your DMs then, if you don't want messages from people you don't know. So as it turns out, Marni was actually not in Asheville or even at her house, because apparently she lives like right outside of Asheville on like, I don't know, just in like a neighboring suburb or something. And so turns out she wasn't even there when the storm hit and she was trying to get back home. And obviously like that would have been really hard to get back home. And so she had posted a Spotfund link, which I guess is like GoFundMe. I don't know, something like that, to where she was saying, donate here and we're going to fill up our car with like everything that we can before driving back, since in town, like they don't have anything right now. So if anyone else is doing it, I think it'd be a great idea. But so once many people got wind, the Reddit page, her snark Reddit page, let's just call it that. And I do appreciate, you know, their documentation. They are wild. Someone needs to pay these people. It's not going to be me because I can't afford that. But like, I appreciate their due diligence with that. And of course, I always do just want to say, like, with snark pages, sometimes certain Reddit forums in general, yes, people do take it too far. Some people do have VEC, which stands for bitch eating cracker syndrome, which is when someone could do anything and you will absolutely hate them. For instance, there was one post that when me and Sherilyn were drunk, I read it off to her in a dramatic voice. It was great. And then she like got upset and I was like, will you stop? Calm down. You're fine. I'm fine. It's okay. She gets very protective. It's very cute. We love Cher so much. It's amazing. Please go subscribe to Sherilyn Dale. She's the best. And to our podcast Here for the Clout. For instance, a good example of this is someone even posted how I had made a video about the rug lady, about how she was really coming at my girlies our collective girlies, Jesse and Lily from Do We Know Them podcast. And so I basically, typically what I do there is I give my opinion. I'm a bit snarky. I prove the person wrong, usually by letting them speak for themselves and using their own words against them, right? Listen, if someone's going to come for my friend, I have proven to y'all over and over and over again that I am 100% going to make a video about it, typically with their permission. For legal purposes, I'm not going to say that I specifically talked to Hannah about making a video, but I did tell her prior that I received an email from them and from Melaleuca, and I was going to be making a video about that. So I always talk to people and get their blessings before, right? I'm not going to be disrespectful like that. And they're always okay with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't make that content. And it's just really interesting because that specific person on Reddit just absolutely hates me, and it's hilarious. And they have about 75 accounts, and they're like, she like, you know, never asks their permission, like blah, blah, I bet she didn't, or like, she's not even friends with them. I can't wait until like all of her relationships crumble. And it's like, girl, everyone on the internet has people like that on the internet who just hate them. And it's okay. It sucks, but it is part of the job. And I think that it is important for you to know that when you are a public figure who is hated a lot, like this person is, I think it's important for you to know that there are certain things that you cannot do. So I think that that's very important for her to understand. And she didn't understand that. And she even says that in a video in response to her fundraisers being revoked by Spotfund. So I guess it has been confirmed that multiple people did message the like compliance department of Spotfund and posted the response in an email right here that says, "Good evening. I just wanted to make sure you're aware." And I'm sure they were probably like aware of this person has a history of like sketchy donations or charities or something like that, right? They said, "Thanks for your email and bringing this campaign to our attention. We have now disabled the ability for folks to donate to this story. It is under review and no payouts will be issued." So I'm not sure how she still was saying that she was accepting donations, because when you do click on the link, or at that time when you did, and again, this is about a month ago. So she was claiming that she reopened the donation fund or whatever. And that doesn't make any sense, because when someone had clicked on that, they said that it was not currently accepting donations. So it indeed does look like it had been shut down. And then also she was posting more false information, and hey, maybe it is misinformation and not disinformation, but as an influencer as well, like it happens to the best of us, but it is important to correct that information and to then make a post about it as well. And your apology, as we've said many times, should always, or like your correction should always be as loud as the first like information that you put out. So if you're doing something like don't put it on like an Instagram story, right? I mean, like those disappear. You should put it on like an actual grid post and then share that to the Instagram story, maybe. I don't know. But she had posted and said, "I may have to bring the donations to a church or fire department. It's getting really bad. People are fighting and killing each other over supplies. And people have warned me that if anyone sees me with supplies or even sees me in a car with supplies, it could quite literally be life or death." That's fear-mongering. You got to chill with that. They will be given to the public as soon as possible, but I may not be able to physically, but whatever. Okay. So our situations are a little bit more similar than I thought, but hers is a little bit more of like a fear-mongering and sad fishing aspect. And then mine is just like, oh my God, I got really overwhelmed. Like I like physically cannot handle all of this because y'all are so amazing and donated so much. It was crazy. And then she went on to say that, you know, she was using the donations for something or giving it to somebody. She basically saying like she got like withdrew the donations, but that doesn't make sense because multiple people had talked to that platform from Spotfund, and they responded saying, they said, "Update, I got a response back stating this scammer will not be paid from our platform." So it's so strange that at this point, like days later, she's still acting like or cosplaying as pretending, I don't know, that she is still accepting donations and that like she's getting donation money when like they didn't give it to her. It's does not make any sense to me. Like it's so freaking strange. And then again, of course, we have the aspect, like I said before, of it being her Amazon storefront. In my opinion, not okay, especially if you're not being transparent about it, which for instance, yes, I make money off of Amazon links too, but only if it's through my Amazon Associates link or through a storefront, which that's why I made mine a registry instead. It would all go to like the same address, you know, and it would just be easier that way. But it just seems like such a choice to make it a list or a storefront so that you can make money off of it. So not only is she taking donations, like money, but then also and doing God knows what with it, but then also doing this. I personally am of the opinion that she is someone who, I don't know if she's this smart, but I keep thinking like, oh, maybe she's realizing that people in her area specifically, she might not be able to like girl boss hustle, babe, MLM hustle grind, girl boss time right now, because it would be like maybe seen as distasteful. But then again, everything she's doing right now, in my opinion, is distasteful. So I don't know. Like I said, she has done this before. She did this during COVID. She collected a bunch of donations for service workers or, you know, people in hospitality, and then kept saying that she was like donating it to them. But then like the money literally did not add up. It was so strange. Like there was a good amount of money missing. It was so weird. I did lay all that out in the video that I did, my deep dive on her, if you would like to go see that. It was also offering to, you know, do laundry for people, saying, you know, if you have laundry, you can come do it at my house. I'll even fold it for you while you watch TV and shower. Again, I do think I can offer a unique opinion on this because personally for us in the past, like I said, with both of the hurricanes, we have had to do things like this too. Like we stayed with my sister when we didn't have power over here for a week. We stayed with my sister, and then she has one of those like huge generators attached to her house. It didn't power certain things. So it didn't power the washer and dryer. So like I was washing our clothes in the sink, which was fine, and drying them. My husband had to wash his uniform because he had to go back out like through the poop water and like rescue people. So with that, he went to like drove to our friend's house because they had posted in like one of the Hmong groups on Facebook, and they were like, hey, if anyone needs like to use our washer and dryer, if you need to do this, that, or whatever, like please come over. Like we have power, like there's no flooding on our street, like it's easy, like easily accessible. We can do that. And they even had like, they put all their patio furniture like in their driveway and like opened up their garage, and they have like a downstairs like mudroom bathroom situation where it's like kind of separated from like kind of like a guest suite, I guess, where it's like separated from like the rest of the house. So they were like letting people like shower and brush your teeth and like all that and charge your phones. Like they literally had like a phone charging station and a Wi-Fi router like outside. It was amazing. It was great. And they were like serving people like lemonade and stuff. It was awesome. So people do that for others in like this area. I mean, there are friends of friends that we helped, and like, yeah, friends of friends. And like, we don't know them like personally, but we were helping them. I mean, like I said in multiple of my videos before, like I was delivering dinners to people I know of. Like I'm not friends with them, but like I know of them like through multiple different people. And like I was there to help, right? She did post or comment, like responding to a comment of someone that they were like, I feel like I'm like trauma bonded with my like community right now. And she put on there same. And honestly, I kind of feel the same way with my community too. So it's just interesting because I know again, not on her side, I know, but two things can be true at once. I do just think it's interesting. You know, people can say she's sad fishing all you want, but it definitely is devastating, especially when you've gone through two back to back, and it's the exhaustion and just you don't have like that emotional bandwidth much anymore, and it's just hard. So I definitely understand that. People were calling her out for the commissions on the sales from Amazon, and someone said, you earn commissions on these sales? I personally don't read that as sassy. I tend to not infer tone into things though. She commented back and said, here we go. Trolls will find anything to bitch about instead of just helping or effing off. I don't know why y'all make it your mission to obsess over me. I made a list on Amazon. If I'm logged in, then it auto links the list to my storefront. Commissions off anything like this is extremely minimal, but it is also my last concern right now. It'll end up being used for supplies in the long run anyway, so just effing stop with the poop. If you don't want to donate here, then don't. I could care less where you do it, but either do it or don't. Or better yet, make your own list and help. There's a good start. Here's the thing though, is that I made a list, or I literally did the same exact thing that she did, but in a more ethical manner. And I actually, when I posted it, I was very clear to say, these are not commissionable links. That's not how this works. It's a registry that I do not make commission off of. So she absolutely could have made a registry. Hey, maybe she didn't know from certain things that she has posted. I I am of the opinion, not trying to be rude, I am of the opinion that she is not super educated, or maybe not the most intelligent person out there. I would have to imagine that she would have known that she could have just made a registry instead. Or once you were called out on it, you could have just switched over to using a registry. Or you could have just told this person, yes, I do make commissions on these, and I am organizing all of this, and I am spending a lot of time on this that I should be working instead. Or have that explanation ready instead of being really defensive. Then again, I do understand if you are getting a lot of hate for things, you can be very quick to bite back. I get that. But girl, if you would have just been transparent and FTC compliant from the get-go, come on. So it also turns out that the place that she is volunteering at and the venue or whatever, the organization that she has been donating stuff to, also has their own Amazon list. But guess what? It's a registry. It's not a storefront that they're making commission off of. It's a registry. You know how I can tell? At the top it says registry and gifting. And this person said, what an absolute effing gremlin. The location she's volunteering at has their own Amazon wish list. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just do that. Instead, promote that. You could do so much better. Someone brought up a really good point, and they said, I think that she might be trying to recoup all of the money that she spent at Walmart and Costco before she found out that she wasn't getting any money from the crowdfunding site. That's a real good point right there. And another person said, does she find out yet? They posted a response that they got from Spotfund from the chief compliance officer. Wow. Anthony, the chief compliance officer, replied to the person and said, hi, thanks for sharing this. It has been quite a commitment to manage all of the back and forth amongst concerned community members about the validity of the fundraiser in question. We have listened to all perspectives and reviewed all appropriate information concerning the usage of the funds. Accordingly, this fundraiser has been completely shut down and all of the donors will be refunded in full. We sincerely appreciate your care and concern on this matter and feedback from he keeps saying folks. I love it. Folks like you is absolutely crucial. So once she did realize that the Spotfund, Chelsea, that's not a word. Spotfund thing had been shut down. She posted this and she said, all of you that judge influencers and social media accounts on how they do or don't react in horrific situations like hurricanes that just tore my town apart, remember this. Ma'am, you're making a lot of generalizations. I got nothing but positivity and help and great stuff for it was awesome. The, community and praise and support. Support is the word I was trying to say. So I think it might just be a you issue. She said, just remember this, they try to help and then things like this happen. This was posted on my dad's Facebook account. The desperation for my attention is insane. If they don't help, they get crucified. If they help but don't post about it, then they aren't actually helping. If they help and post about it, then they're doing it for praise. Spotfund reached out to me directly and were sent all receipts and photos along with my social media information, pics and comments. I did have to laugh at the part though, because what am I about to do with all these diapers? Put them on my cats, the baby food, a midnight snack. And she said, I of course used my own money to cover the donation expenses and wasn't going to cash out the donations until later. I only offered to take them in the first place because so many of you were eager to help. So if for any reason I'm not paid out by the company as expected, I would assume all donors will be refunded and I am not worried about covering the $1,000 out of pocket. If you did donate, just send me a DM so I can keep you in the loop. You can thank the trolls. If that happens, they literally tried to take food and supplies right out of people's hands, including those with babies. It's so sick. That's not what happens. They're trying to take money, trying to keep people from donating to you, which of course we also have to have the conversation of consumer awareness and consumer responsibility, because yes, consumer protection over everything, consumer education over everything, right? You have to take some responsibility there. If you've been following this person for so long and you don't know about all this other stuff that they've done and that they're in an MLM that's already unethical in itself, that's a red flag. All this other stuff they've done and you give a bunch of money to them and then, hey, they do whatever with it and scam you. I don't want to say, oh, it's your fault. No, of course, you got scammed. You were deceived. Also, there has to be some level of consumer awareness. It's just like in one of my past videos where some people were mad that I said regarding doxing, if you do not want your name to be on the internet, your picture to be on the internet. Do not use your name as your username. Do not put your picture as your profile picture. Even if your account is private, your username is public, so that's important to understand. Does that mean that I think that you deserve to be put on blast and harassed and have anything exposed? No, of course not. That's not right. But there also needs to be some, self-awareness there of, let's put some internet protection in place, FYI, this was posted to my Facebook page. Please thank your daughter for posting all of her crimes publicly on social media. The undisclosed Amazon affiliate links in which she profits off of natural disasters, which could get her storefront shut down. I mean, it could, yeah, and that would not be good for her because I'm pretty sure that's where she makes the majority of her money. The Spotfund, which she pocketed the items and they shut her down and flagged as a scammer. The disaster profiteering. Ooh, profiteering. I love that word. Good job. That could be prosecuted in a court of law. The list continues. Asheville doesn't claim her. People are sickened from her. I have heard multiple people that do live in Asheville or in the surrounding area or literally in her area or went to high school with her say that they do not claim her and they cannot stand her. And that's so sad. Is it deserved? Is it very sad? Yeah, that's sad. Don't contact someone's dad. Stop. Protect your dads. Keep your grandmas and your dads off of posting publicly on Facebook. They're going to get scammed by someone pretending to be Johnny Depp. We have no reason to believe your campaign is not legit, but it's rare we get this volume yikes, of emails about a specific campaign, so we needed to follow up. Do you mind if we post the images of the receipt you just provided as an update to your fundraiser? I believe it will quiet the crowd. That email was from October 1st. The entire Facebook post. Also, do people post on Facebook like this? That's crazy. The entire Facebook post was on the 5th. So apparently after the company emailed her back, they actually did shut down the fundraiser, which good. And so she went live crying about it and saying that she's she never looks at the Reddit page and she's scared of these people because these people are gonna have kids or they do have kids or they interact with children. I think that she should not have gone live in that emotional state. And then there is this video where she addresses or gives an update on the fundraiser.
Unfortunately, this is not what I want to be doing right now because it's shouldn't even need to be talked about, but since it does concern some of you guys and your money, I just feel like I need to at least address it. So we did, whenever this first happened, of course, I did the $1,000 donations, capped it at $1,000 when I was in Charleston, just so I could make sure I didn't take more than what would fit in my car. Unfortunately, I should have thought about this ahead of time, but I didn't because my brain just doesn't work like that. But some of you guys donated. We got $2,000, and I capped it at that. I did get an email from the company saying that a bunch of people emailed in, which, we all know who these people are. Just little tiny people on the Reddit page. They did try to get the fundraiser taken down, or basically they sent me an email and were like, hey, we just have a question. We've never had people email in like this saying that you're gonna keep the money or misuse the funds or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I should have expected this. I just didn't even think about it in the moment. So I emailed back, sent in all the receipts for everything, explained the situation, gave them the link for the Reddit page, and they did email me back and said, we have no reason to believe that this isn't true. Can we post your receipts? I'm like, go for it, whatever. So I didn't even try to do the payout yet until yesterday. So basically what that was just paying me back for the donations that you guys donated to, which I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about $1,000. I just want to make sure if the money doesn't come through that you guys that did donate get your money back. That's my only concern. So if not, I just need to know who donated so that I can email in and just make sure that you guys get your money back if that's the case. I'm not sure. They told the company that these are victims. They told the company that I kept all of the supplies. I don't know what they thought I was going to do with baby diapers or baby food. I don't know. At first they told them that I was going to keep the money. Then I had the receipts for the supplies. And just to be very transparent here, $1,000, I couldn't even pay my car payment with that. I'm not worried about me getting refunded for it. I want to make sure you guys, if I don't get that payout, are refunded though. That's my main concern. So if if I'm not going to like blow them up about it.
Sorry, not to like pause and go crazy, but girl, your car payment is $1,000. It is weird how she's saying I was using, people were saying I was going to keep all the supplies. And it's like, okay, realistically, that's, yeah, what would she do with a bunch of diapers, right? Like if someone would have said that to me, I'd be like, what am I going to do with 100 toothbrushes? I don't need that. I like my toothbrush. Saying like, oh, well, they said that she was going to keep the money. And it's like, well, yeah, she was using it to pay herself back. So yes, she was going to keep the money. It didn't necessarily seem like that. I don't know. It was weird. It seemed like she had already cashed out. But then also when you look at the amounts on the receipts, I'll have to go back and find it because I saw the receipts of how much she spent. The part that's so interesting to me is that the like lacking of self-awareness.
He said it should be fine. But the money's not in there by like Monday, Tuesday. I'll email in and let you guys know just so that you can email in and at least request a refund because then that money needs to go back to you guys if that's the case, right? It's really disturbing. It's crazy. I mean, you just think about like, I've seen the best and the worst of humanity through this. And I'm like, I was supposed to be on a cruise this week, a free cruise. But I'm like, I can't even imagine of course, like as soon as we heard about this, it was like, no questions asked. And then did the fundraiser, like, it's just, I guess, what I want you guys to think about is a lot of people want to be really quick to like judge influencers on big scenarios, big situations like this. Like they're not doing enough or they're trying to be, here's the thing. If you do try to help, stuff like this happens to you. Just to be clear, if you don't help, you're crucified. If you help and you post about it, you're looking for praise. If you help and you don't post about it, then how are we're supposed to believe that you helped, things like that. So just be mindful, like when other influencers, if they're posting, if they're not, it's because of people like this. So it's like, it's not even them trying to get, the donation. Like I said, it's $1,000. I will cover that gladly out of my bank account. No problems, no questions asked. I just want to make sure you get your money back if that is the case. But it's like, these people have the audacity to say things that I'm awful, and I'm like, you just tried to take diapers away from babies who are outside freezing, clothes away from people, food away from people that have nothing. Like, what if I didn't have the money to cover that? What if, I don't know, I mean, that's what's just so mind-blowing to me. So, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because, honestly, this is a drop in the fucking bucket compared to what is going on. I just want to make sure that if you did donate to that Spotfund campaign, that you let me know so that if I don't end up getting that payout, that you are refunded, and I will be happy to give you guys the information for that, all of that. So you can let them know, that you need a refund because... And they already have the link to the Reddit page where, someone already told me they were posting about it in there, and I'm like, well, good. Good, because the company already has the link to it, and the guy was like, yeah, I don't think this should be a problem. Can I just post your receipts? Because maybe that will quiet them. And I'm like, probably not.
So that's not accurate, obviously, because a huge aspect of that she's leaving out is your reputation and your past with doing things like this and what type of influencer you are. For instance, if Michaela Noguera is going to be doing a fundraiser or something, or a charity tied in with something, a lot of people are going to have questions about it. For instance, the one that she said she was going to donate like half of her profits from her glam light, her glam light collab that she did for some charity or some fundraiser or organization, nonprofit having to deal with abortion funds or abortion rights, something like that. No one ever got any update on that or like knew about that and like saw any proof. And to this day, allegedly, reportedly, she has not shown proof. And that's so crazy. Has a lot to do with who the person actually is. And I don't think it's right for her to like leave that out. And again, the lack of self-awareness is absolutely insane. Like, you're not an angel. It's not like you've never done anything unethical. Everyone's done something unethical, but it's the lack of awareness and accountability and just transparency with her. Okay, so she had posted that one, an update, and I'm pretty sure at that point it was still at the point of she wasn't really knowing what they were doing with the fundraiser, right? And then she posted these live streams and like just so upset about it. And it's like, girl, yes, people on the internet can be a little bit crazy sometimes. However, you've done this before. And she even said, she's like, I should have known. And it's like, yeah, you actually should have. Yes. Were you trying to do something good? I don't know. Maybe. But also, was the money adding up? Not really. Are you a transparent influencer? No. So yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. And apparently she's been sharing, like I already showed, a lot of misinformation as well. So again, you're not really a trustworthy narrator, source, or a reliable influencer from my opinion and of your own history. And someone was saying that she had doctored the email that she got from like the VP of Spotfund. I don't know if that is true, but reportedly people are saying that she did doctor it. And I mean, it was like directly contradictory of what the chief compliance officer had said. So that's confusing, but I don't know. Either way though, the chief compliance officer did confirm that it was taken down. And you might be thinking, wow, I've never even heard of Spotfund. What is Spotfund? Why didn't she use GoFundMe? Well, possibly reportedly cannot use GoFundMe because of griftmas is what the Redditors call it, which I love that. But again, I did a portion of my deep dive video on her about that where the donations were not adding up and it was so ridiculous. It was very much so ridiculous. And apparently she made like $30,000 in the month that she was doing that, yet you're taking donations and taking money from people. Like, what are you doing? So the caption of this post that Marni had posted said, just wanted to update on the donation ordeal. I have had a chat with the founder of Spotfund this morning and everyone's donations will be sent back to them. I hate that the trolls got an employee suspended because of all of this, but wanted to keep you guys in the loop. And someone said, the person who posted that, the OP said, I am torn. While I'm glad that her sycophants, idiot followers are getting refunded and this grift didn't work out, I do feel bad and kind of played a part in Maria getting suspended. Yes, it is unprofessional to call someone a scammer, but at the end of the day, it is true, in their opinion, that she is a scammer, to put it lightly. So obviously a bunch of people were up in arms and were like, justice for Maria, like that's not okay. And another person said, Maria is fine. Marni made it all up. And this person said, update on Maria, she's good. She said she's not going anywhere and she's been with Spotfund for a long time. So those who were concerned for her, just know that she's totally okay. Thank goodness for Maria. So we don't know if that email like was fake or if it was, not, I don't know, just doctored, updated and anything like that. We don't know, but like, why would they say that? That's just, it's a gross little debacle there and it just seems very strange. And then now, of course, to bring in the Red Aspen multi-level marketing aspect of all of this, she posted that Red Aspen donated $10,000 to American Red Cross for hurricane relief. I don't know if this is true. All right, so I found, thanks to this Reddit page as well, the posts that Red Aspen put on their Instagram story. It said that they will be doing it. Like, what in the Amber Heard? It's not that you did donate, it's that you're pledging. Oh no, I pledged it, but you haven't done it yet. So it hasn't happened. Like, but yet she posted that they did donate just $10,000. And isn't American Red Cross not even there? Aren't they not even there? She was saying that she's having a live nail sale happening now. All sales will go to supplies and paying for the band for my kids' pumpkin painting event next week. It's boosting her sales and her numbers for this MLM by like saying it's going to charity. First of all, don't have an event if you can't fund it yourself. We've seen that happen way too many times. And does it always fail? Not always, but usually. But yeah, again, it's not that altruism that, it's supposed to look like. It's the fact that she is doing this and it's just boosting her sales and her requirements and all that for her MLM. It's obnoxious. I just wanted to offer a little insight of, this. Since I am also an influencer, I also went through not only one, but two hurricanes in the past month and a half, or within like a 2-week span, technically. Also was receiving donations via an Amazon registry, not an Amazon storefront. And I'm not trying to like compare the two of us and be like, oh, I'm better than her in regards to like not being a influencer, yes, but I just thought I could offer a unique perspective regarding like being a public figure, being an influencer, getting a good amount of, harassment and hate and stuff. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion and all that. But again, just wanted to talk about this too, because she's really just doing the most. And it's just so strange. So let me know what you know in the comments below. Open up the conversation. If you want to see her history and why people have a huge issue with her doing this, go ahead and watch the deep dive that I did on her. It's pretty wild. And yeah, I am gonna clean my office to end my workday. So I appreciate you. Hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. If you are not subscribed, I don't know what your butt looks like, but if you are subscribed, those cheeks, I cannot, absolutely, I don't know what's happening. I can't. Your butt looks so good. If you are subscribed, you get me at the end of the video telling you that your butt looks good and give you all the compliments. If you have just now subscribed off this video, then leave in the comments that your butt looks good, or say like, my butt looks good. Not saying it's me, but saying it about yourself. Anyways, okay, stay spicy, stay assertive. I hope that you get all the snacks today and know that you are a snack. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.